for the general population, or 9.8% unemployment. 75% of those employed are subsistence farmer, which is a vulnerable and the education system. So in here, in my language, say Jobel Rihun Sanuru Resin Lima, there's a frame Karatina. It means that every year, more than 15,000 young people, they are. Number 2, unemployment. Vocational training based on the job opportunity, increase employment opportunity and self-employed, yet entrepreneurship in agriculture sector. Life skill based on education. Expand labor. Number 3 is counter erosion zone. Your youth increasingly moves to urban areas to search for better opportunity. Adopting inappropriate culture, lack of intergeneration transfer and practice, loss of cultural roots and practice of problem solving, natural resource management, traditional government system and customer law, etc. This is the pictures. We have a 3 of pictures there. The lady one is the traditional culture, and then we have down one is culture competition, and for the young and for the elder. Okay. Challenge number 3 is birth and childbearing. Kovalima, Kovalima 9 tonu residential positive ideas. Means that my district is border with the Indonesian country. So that's why in my district, based on the and Timor Leste has one of the highest adolescent birth rate in Asia with 62.7 births per 1,000 or 15 until 19 years old girl. Almost 1 of the 5 women, or 90%, marries before the age of children. Children born to teenage mother are 50% more likely to die in their first week of life. These mothers are also twice more likely to die giving birth.
Already we got the challenges that what the challenges the indigenous youth and children are facing in Timor Leste. Yeah. So thank you very much. Yeah. So I think in Timor Leste that the most challenges that we find for the indigenous youth is the unemployment. To present their presentation. Yeah.
All of you, I'm going to present my content report as a short form. Firstly, in Nepal, there are lots of IPs organization. Then IPs organization have been working on different fields, either education, either mother tongue, either social service, and mostly we have challenged political, social, traditional, especially cultural, religion, and language and knowledge. Nepal is a multi-diversity country, and there are lots of language, lots of religion, and Nepal is a land-located country as well, and lots of people, indigenous people especially, live in rural areas. They have a problem of political. They have no political. They have no political rights, even now, and there are social discrimination as well, racial discrimination as well, and they don't conserve their traditional things like their traditional heritage. They don't preserve right now, and their religion is transformed. Their religion is being transformed by another religion. Like there is a conflict about religion as well. Like there is in Limbu community as well. There is one side is Yuma Samyo, means grandmothers, religion of grandmothers, and another is Kirat religion. There is a debate. Like only one community are facing or challenging their own even culture, and another we respond. What we do activity means it's a response, a lack of involvement and discrimination by government. There is no any way for making a prosperous life of indigenous, and there are also discrimination by government. Government is a response for one caste, one culture. Like in Nepal is a secular state. But yeah,
if you go through, then I think
animal is a cow. Even though Nepal is a secular state, national animal is a cow. That national animal is being eaten by lots of indigenous peoples, like that. The problem and response. Another is a gender, class, ethnicity. Yeah, there is a challenge of gender. It is women and men, and the class, higher class and lower class. Class means HSCB means high caste, Brahminism, Shetri, and Limbu, and like in inhabiting and living in the forest, Chepan, Mazi, Santhal, like that is a discrimination. And ethnicity, there is a problem of challenge of ethnicity, because most of the indigenous are facing in terms of ethnicity, because they get opportunity in demarcation or limitation of ethnicity. If they are high class people, they will get a good opportunity. If not, if they are low caste people, they don't get opportunity. Like in Nepal, there are a problem of application of job. Local body is a problem. That's why I want to say in ethnicity and gender and class. I mean to say, Public Service Commission announced and opened the application in Nepal in local body, but there is no any reservation seats. In I think people will expect by the government. Gender, class, ethnicity is a challenge. Then our response is society and dominated by the government action and awareness. Another is the migration. Lots of our peoples, lots of our indigenous peoples, city areas and urban areas, and where live our peoples in rural area, they are being suffered by different kinds of things, like hospital, like the problem childbirth. Even women will have been facing problem of childbirth. They don't have good medicine. They don't have good medicine as well. Okay, then modernization. Modernization is one big challenge for us, because most of the IP indigenous people think that we are living in a globalization. That's why they forget their religion, their culture, their way of lifestyle. that is a problem of modernization, and we respond or we do activity impressed IPs youth with modernization, increasing their cultural perception among the IPs youth. Yeah. We are doing in IPs area, the community or society by doing different kinds of program for making or for making census or for making awareness of our cultures, we need our education studying in our government school, because the language is a most important thing for our life. Even in our rural areas, there are lots of our IPs peoples speaking in native language, but the government announced different kinds of job in Nepali language. That's why they don't compete in competition in the Nepali language. There is question and answer is different thinking like our IPs people. That's why the government should establish a native language school. The government should accept our language as a secondary language of our country. Then the government should start studying our language in our government school. That's thank you.
To see if there is any differences or the common that to know. That's why we get this opportunity to present also other countries. So here I think is with other countries I found in the Nepal is more or less same. That's only one difference that what I found is disability. Yeah. But the disability, if they could provide the percentage actually in total population, how many, that will be, it will be easier for us to understand that actually this is still big challenges or not. But that is definitely it is also challenges. So okay, I now want to request the Malaysia or maybe Indonesia. Just to the point, yeah.
We are Indian people from middle land of India, and normally we speak in Hindi only, and sometimes we speak our own languages. So now I want to request to our Hardeep sir to translate our challenges and that. So from Jharkhand, Ajit is from Odisha, and Rakesh is from Chhattisgarh. So we have हम लोग मिडिल लैंड में हम लोग करीबन 32 जनजाति है जिसको शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब में जगह दिया गया है, लेकिन 32 से भी ज्यादा शायद हम 55 हैं जिनको अभी तक आइडेंटिटी मिला नहीं है, और उसके बावजूद भी
middle India we are around 32 indigenous people who are recognized as scheduled tribe, but there are, we think, more than 50 who are yet to be recognized as scheduled tribe.
So अभी भी हम भारत में अपने आइडेंटिटी के लिए हम परेशान हैं, चिंतित हैं.
So we are still very worried about our identity in India.
अगर आज हम थाईलैंड में हैं क्योंकि हमको इंडिजीनियस वर्ड से हमको यहाँ पर आज जगह मिला है, लेकिन हमारे संविधान में आज भी हमको अनुसूचित जनजाति, ये एक शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब के नाम से हमको पुकारा जाता है.
We are here because we are identified as indigenous people, but in India we are recognized as scheduled tribe, but not indigenous people in India.
10 से 15 किलोमीटर की दूरी पर होगा, जहाँ पर बड़ी लड़कियाँ जो किशोर अवस्था में है, वो बड़ी लड़कियाँ वो वहाँ तक जाने में उनको दिक्कत होगा.
And those schools are around from our villages, 15 kilometers, like that in distance. And for this distance, to travel for the person younger is very difficult.
और यहाँ पर जिस स्कूल की हम बात कर रहे हैं वो गाँव की बात है, गाँव के स्कूल की बात कर रहे हैं. और हम भारत को जानते हैं, गाँव का देश जानते हैं, लेकिन दिन पर दिन हम अपने गाँव को हम खोते जा रहे हैं.
When we talk about India, we know India as it's a village. I mean, India is recognized by its village, but
so quality education जिसकी हम बात की है यहाँ पर challenges में एक point हमने रखा है quality education. टेक्निक हमारे पास में एजुकेशन सिर्फ भारत देश के बारे में केवल जानने की जरूरत नहीं है या फिर विदेश के बारे में जानने का ही केवल जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन अगर हम डेवलपमेंट चाहते हैं तो वैसा एजुकेशन हम लोगों को चाहिए जिससे कि हमारे पास में जो रिसोर्सेस है उसको इस्तेमाल करके हम आगे को जा सके. सो उसकी हमें एजुकेशन में हमारी कमी है. और एक समस्या है विस्थापन का, क्योंकि आदिवासियों के पास में जल है, जंगल है, जमीन है, हम लोग उसका इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, लेकिन हमारे पास में जो सरकार है वो कभी नहीं चाहती है कि हम आदिवासी हम कहें कि मेरा जमीन है. इसलिए उस जमीन को आज हमारे पास में हो रहा है लैंड बैंक के नाम पे हमारे जमीनों को ले लिया जा रहा है. और वो वैसे जमीन होते हैं जिनको हम सामुदायिक रूप से गायों को चराने के लिए इस्तेमाल करते हैं, या कुछ सामुदायिक रूप से जिन जमीनों को इस्तेमाल किया जाता रहा था अब तक, उनको अब लैंड बैंक के रूप में सरकार ले जा रही है.
Being taken by the government in the name of land bank.
फॉरेस्ट राइट में हम लोगों को जंगल का पट्टा दिया जाता था, लेकिन जिन लोगों को जंगल का पट्टा नहीं दिया गया है अभी तक, उन लोगों को डिस्प्लेसमेंट के नाम पे उन लोगों को जंगल से बेदखल किया जा रहा है. और ये कानून इस फरवरी 2019 के 12 फरवरी 2019 को पास किया गया, और उसके तहत करीबन 1 मिलियन जंगल के आदिवासियों को जंगल से बेदखल करके बाहर निकाला जा रहा है.
Thank you, Deepa, and thank you very much, and the team. That is the thing that almost we find the similar challenges, the education, that they have the education system that's not friendly, not indigenous people friendly. That is the thing. The uncommon, the challenges they have that in other countries we are treated as an ethnic minority or indigenous people, but they are the scheduled class. Yeah, that is the scheduled tribe. That is the difference we found. And also definitely forest is more or less in different countries more or less same. The displacement the land is grabbed by the company and the government. That is the more or less thing we find. So now from Northeast India. Yeah.
No, I say that already.
So. Just a broad overview of the country. We have around 705 indigenous groups with an estimated population of around 104 million, which is 8.6% of the total population. But the IPs really suffer severe human rights violation and exploitation because of a lot of developmental projects. And the challenges that we face, one of the first challenges would be we face discrimination outside of the Northeast. So especially when we come for education, for higher studies in the capital, we would be asked whether you are Chinky, whether you are Chinese, Thai, or Japanese, or Korean, or whatever. And we felt like an alien inside our own country. That is one of the biggest challenges. And there is a huge racial discrimination. And the second would be the lack of proper educational facilities at home in the Northeast, because of which we have to migrate to other cities in the mainland India because of which we also face discrimination. And since the third would be we have low standard of living, and with that we have to pay a huge price or a cost for our educational facilities outside. There's a lack of employment opportunities at home, and the northeastern part of India is called the educated unemployment. There's a huge problem of educated unemployment, and since most of the northeast youth are educated, but they are only hunting for government jobs, which are very, very limited. And the challenge is there's a lack of entrepreneurial activities, because there's no structure, there's no platform for us to begin, and then this was another big problem. And last would be the migration of IP youth, which I have already somehow mentioned before. So the activities or the response to the challenge by the youth organizations.
Hello, good morning. Okay, I will speak the problem that is the burning problem in the Northeast. Just it was on 2018, and still now it is a problem in our northeastern states, especially Assam and Tripura and another state, Meghalaya, because all these states are, almost the international border in Bangladesh. And now, before the election, it was a burning issue, and still now it is. The government plans to, to pass the bill. It is called CAB. Citizens bill is talking about like they will give a citizen, Hindu citizen from other countries. And so it is, in India we face so much of unemployment problems, especially the youths. And not only unemployment problems, but various other problems as also we face. And in spite of that, I don't know, the government is entertaining from other country, and especially what other religion? No. Not other tribes. It's only Hindu. They're entertaining to migrate into India.
Is through protest and other kind of mobilization, and we pursue for reservation of seats and concession of fees in educational institution for the tribes and for the IP people. And right now there is a little progress on concession of medical expenditure by hospitals in some hospitals in Delhi. So the recommendations for
disclaimer, we're going to show quite graphic images and violence, so please bear with us. We take every chance that we can get to show you, because our media is not covering these things. So first we want to show you a very, very short video.
Community college schools who is initiated by the indigenous peoples in the Philippines.
We are indigenous. Kami po ay Moro. Usa kami kamag-uuma.
We are farmers.
Kami ang agriculturists.
We are agriculturists.
We are holistic health practitioners.
We are artists.
Usa kami ka-artista. We are media producers.
We are students.
Usa kami ka-estudyante.
Anami ka mga estudyante. We are teachers. We are educators.
We are change makers. We are community. We are the future.
Ang among kaumangan. Situation or the youth situation in the Philippines, the Lumad called the self-ascription and collective identity of the indigenous peoples of Mindanao. The indigenous peoples of Mindanao have long been deprived of basic social services such as education and health from the governments. That's why they built their own Lumad schools. Through the initiative of the other groups, the rural missionaries of the Philippines, and the challenge now of the indigenous peoples youth is attacks on schools. Lianggaw massacres, Bukidnon paramilitary rampage, Pangantukan massacre, Campion massacre. Then, until now, President Duterte extended the martial law in Mindanao. Increasing military deployment in Mindanao, 74 regular battalions, excluding Navy, Air Force, Scout Rangers, Special Forces, Paramilitary Forces, CAFGO, Force and Fake Surrenderies, 80,000 peasant and Lumad workers, and forcibly paraded as Navy as of attacks on school from July to 2016, April 17, 555, 10 extra
groups or the New People's Army. It's the communist armed rebellion in the Philippines.
7,766 individuals threatened, harassed, or intimidated by the state forces. 19 schools were due to military troops. 35 documented cases. Beverly Goffredo.
So there, as you have seen, those are just a few of the effects of martial law in the Philippines. A lot of schools are forcibly closed down, and teachers are being detained or illegally arrested, including students. So these are the things not reported on the media. So if you know, Duterte has some very problematic view on human rights, so that's what we're experiencing in the country. Now, how do we respond to these challenges? So the Mindanao people are very known for their resistance against these cases. So our continuing resistance are characterized by our continuing advocacies for human rights. So because of the highly militarized areas in the Mindanao region, indigenous peoples have to evacuate their communities and create their own school elsewhere. Back to martial law of President Rodrigo Duterte, so sometimes you can go back to indigenous communities because along the way the military has set up some checkpoints. So before you can go to the community.
Malaysia. Yeah. People are ready? If not,